It's beginning to look a lot like it's February. Hey guys, it's me, your girl Chrissy Pips. Welcome back to the channel. And it's a snow day. Now, in today's video, I'm going to share with you guys my trading plan. It's windy? Ooh! I'm going to share my trading plan, some of the ins and outs of what I do after a good week of trades and things like that. It's freezing though, so I'm going to get inside and then we'll get into the video. Okay guys, in the comments below, let me know if you have snow where you're originally from. Because as you can see, it is literally freezing here. But I'm going to share what I do during the week since I've been getting so many questions. So go into your trading view. And I don't think a lot of people use this feature, but at the bottom, there's a space for you to put your notes. So let's see. Once everything loads. So let's start out with the pregame pep talk. So emotion has no place in trading. So check your emotions here. You need to have some sort of pregame regimen that you do to prepare yourself for entering into your trades or entering into the market, even just for doing analysis. You don't want to be distracted and things like that. So here are the rules that I kind of made up to follow for my particular taste. So I'm here to manage risk, and my rules are part of my risk management plan. I created a plan to help me be successful. I will stick to the plan I created. My risk management is preset to 1% to 5% per entry only to secure my success and to minimize my risk. The outcome of my trades is determined by my actions only. I have a team and plenty of resources at my disposal to use when needed. I will ask for help when I need it, and I am a student always. The pregame for me is important because there are some things that you forget just wanting to jump into the market and win a trade, right? And that shouldn't be the thought process that you use going into trading. So these are some of the rules I've created, or some of my pregame rules that I've created to kind of help keep all of those emotions in check. Now, once we actually get into everything, I do have a full-fledged trading plan here. And I'm going to link all of this information, or I'm actually going to drop it in the description. So if you want to, you can copy and paste it. And again, at the bottom of your trading view window, click the tab that says text notes, and you can drop it in there and it'll save it for you. You don't have to like create a document or anything like that. It'll save it automatically on your trading view. And if you have multiple profiles, it saves across all profiles for you as well. But for the plan, you're responsible for what you risk, no matter whether you win or lose. The market does what it will do, so you need to do your part to manage your risk. So the first thing we do is check news. Now, if you guys are not aware, there is an entire video dedicated to Forex Factory. But the first thing I do when I go here is go to the calendar and check for news. I showed you guys earlier how to go into the filters and just select what you need, because there's a lot of information in here that I don't use. I don't use white folders. I don't use yellow folders. There's some pairs that I do not trade. So there's a lot of news that I will not get because I have tailored it specifically to what I use. As you can see, most of what I see is like USD, CAD, and AUD. But go ahead and filter everything out so that it fits for you. And then take a look at the news to see what's coming up this week. And you can always go back in and check the news after it happens, just to kind of give you an idea. Let's see. If you click on the little folders, it'll give you a breakdown of what happened in the news after it already happened. That way, like this news came out on Sunday, so I know a little bit more about why the market's moving the way that it is. So it's important that you come in and take a look at the news because, yeah, everything is already baked into the charts. However, you want to know which way we baking, okay? So go back over. So after we check the news, my team and I practice a top-down analogy strategy. So I start on the daily and draw any trend lines, supply and demand zones, sweet and sour spots. And I have everything on my charts color coded because if you are doing analysis on more than one time frame, you kind of get confused. So I'll show you. So if we pull up, like this is the box that I use to mark up like supply and demand zones, sweet and sour spots. But I have a little group of them and you can always change the colors. So you can save different drawing tools as well. Shout out to Kurt on my team for letting me know that. But I have 30-minute buy and sell, 30-minute supply and demand, 4-hour supply and demand, and my daily supply and demand. And they all look a little bit different. Like the edges are outlined in the colors that I use. So for green, that's my 4-hour time frame. My trend line on the 4-hour will also be this same color green. The blue is my 30-minute time frame. The trend line is also going to be blue. Let's do my daily. And so for my daily, you'll see the gold outline. You'll also see a gold trend line. So I know once the market starts to touch any of these, I know what time frame it's hitting on. So I kind of know if I need to go back to the 4-hour and maybe review a few things, go back to the daily. It just helps you keep things organized and makes things less confusing because I know some people's charts, when I look at them, they look like Skittles. Like, it's amazing. But so after we go through steps 2, 3, and 4, because we do the daily, the 4-hour, and the 30-minute, we check our risk to reward. And if you guys are not familiar with how to do that, there's a little tool here, the long position, short position tool that we use for that. Me personally, I go for about 15 pips each trade before I start to move my stop loss into profit. I do use a trailing stop loss. So once I find my take profit, I'll put an alert there so that I know when to start moving my stop loss into profit. But let's see. So we also check RSI for divergence or take a look at any indicators that you might have on your chart to see how they're reacting to the market. Use no more than a 0.03 lot size, especially if you're trading in a volatile market and you're not really sure what it's doing. Because right now we're in February. The market is going through that do I want to go down? Do I want to go up phase? So you don't want to get trapped in the middle. So exercise good risk management. Now check your emotional state and confidence levels. It's important before you actually enter into your trades to keep these things in mind. You don't want to be upset trying to trade. And if you're not very confident in your trade, go ahead and move down to like number 11 here. If you're not sure, then demo it. Don't miss out on the trade or trade idea that you have because just the knowledge and jotting everything down is very valuable to you. And you can always learn from it no matter whether it's in demo or live. So if you're not extremely confident in the trade, don't enter it if you're scared, don't enter it in your live account if you're scared, but enter it in your demo. If you are confident, enter the trade and check to make sure your alerts are in place and then walk away from the chart. I set alerts and you guys know you can right click right on the screen. You get a little pop up and it says add alert. It'll add an alert wherever you click. If that's the price point you want it, add it, send it to your phone and then walk away. Do not babysit the charts. The market moves and breathes just like you and I do. So you will see the ebbs and flows, the ups and the downs as it's moving into position. And staring at the charts will drive you absolutely nuts. It'll drive me nuts. So I set an alert and I walk away. And don't be rigid, and remember, whatever you track will grow. So don't forget to write it down. And I showed you guys in a previous video also, the one for TradingView, on how to use the publish feature. The publish feature is awesome. Type in your title, give it like a good description. So I enter in the description box my entry points, exit points, my thought process behind my analysis, potential take profits, any alerts that I have set up, and you can finish the analysis with the category. If you're publishing it live, go ahead and add tags, because Googling yourself is really fun. So I always add my name and my tags. You can publish it to Twitter, or you can keep these private by making sure that the little lock is closed so that you're the only person that can go back. Now, one of the best parts of actually publishing your setups is when you come in here, you can come back and there's a little button you can click on. So let's pull one up. So see this little button, the little play button? It will let you see what the market did after you entered it. So if you see it in green, that means like I called a short, I called for the market to drop, and that means I was correct. This position that I took actually dropped 140 pips over the course of 4 days. But it's wonderful to be able to see what happened as opposed to trying to figure it out because you only wrote it down. Like, I'm a very visual learner, so this helped to kind of tailor make my analysis too. But let's see. And then run a damn play. If you took the time to analyze these charts and do all of this work, run the play. Put in your trade. Like I said, if you're not sure, put it in demo. Now, if by chance you do end up losing a few trades back to back, I have something for you too. So I have a trading plan timeout. After 3 consecutive bad trades, aka I'm not exercising proper risk management or following the plan in general, I will take the following 4 non-negotiable steps. So the first is to exit the live market for no less than 2 full days, and then just do a reset with education, trading mindset, any coaching sessions if you have a mentor or a team that you're working with, just to kind of reevaluate, because clearly I need to exercise some discipline but have not been. So number 2 is during this time I will enter trades using my demo account only, because I don't want anybody to look at any of my trading strategy, my trading plan, and think that because I'm exiting the market, I'm not learning while I'm off. I want you to still take those trades and track your progress and fix what it is that you did wrong to lose the first 3. Okay? So still take trades in demo, document trades and trade setups in great detail on paper and in TradingView. So it's not optional for TradingView if I'm on my timeout, because I need to see the market. And like I said earlier, that's based on how I learn. I'm a very visual learner, so it works for me. If it doesn't work for you, if there's something else that you want to put in its place, please feel free. But document my 2-day educational findings and then summarize. So I do a summary at the end of the week too, but before I enter into the market, if I've had a few losses back to back, I need to do a summary of why I lost, and while I was off, what I learned not to do again. And now I've completed the reset steps and can re-enter into the market in my live account. So this, like I said, is only if I've lost 3 trades consecutively. And for me, 3 trades consecutively means, because I trade crypto on a separate account, if I lose 1 crypto and 2 Forex, that's not 3 consecutively. Those are 2 different things, 2 different pairs that I'm trading, so I don't count that. But if I lose 3 crypto back to back, or 3 Forex back to back, or if I lose, because I trade commodities and I trade some precious metals also, so if I lose any of those back to back, yeah, I'll exit out there. And I'll exit out of all live trades at that point. And then at the end of the week, so my team and I, like the people who have asked for help, we do a weekly review. It's a good idea, since you took the time to write down all of your trades, to kind of do a weekly analysis of yourself and how you felt and what you did. So, how do you feel about the trades that you entered this week? If you had a good week, write it down. You have some positivity flowing through you as a result of trades. Did you document every trade you took on paper and online if you choose? What did you do well during the trades? Because if you tried any new things, you definitely want to write those down, because as you go through the education process, you might see something that you want to add to your strategy, but you have to test it out first, right? So, is there anything that you did well? Are you able to continue doing those same things that you did well based on your trading plan? Are they able to be put and incorporated into your plan for you to reproduce those results? Did you learn anything new about your pair or your strategy? So it took me, I think, about 6 months to realize that my pair, even on a 30-minute, sometimes can take 4 days to hit a setup. I think the longest for my pair is like 5 days to hit a setup that I put in. And some people are thinking like, well, you trade on the 30-minute, on the 15-minute. Doesn't it take like an hour or so? No, not really, because it really depends on how the market's moving, any news that's there, any holidays that are happening overseas, because my pairs are foreign pairs. So that makes a significant difference in the movement as well. And then number 6, what do you need to do differently next week? So maybe you lost a few during the week, because I try to do 3 a day. Usually it ends up being 2, but don't tell my mentor. But I try to do 3 a day, so that gives me a lot of information to kind of gather by the end of the week. So what do you need to do differently? Did you stray from your plan? Make sure you document this stuff, because you have to be honest to at least one person on your trading journey, and that definitely should be yourself. And then, were those things part of your trading plan already, or were you trying something new? Because if they were part of your trading plan, but they just didn't work this week, that gives you a different outlook. If you were trying something new, that's going to give you a different outlook. If you just threw some random things in there, that's going to give you a different outlook as well. So you want to make sure that you're answering that question. And why did you not stick to the plan? It goes just back to what we just said. Was it new? Was it something that was in the plan that just didn't go well? Or were you just flying off the cuff? And then what did you eat? Weird question, right? But having a balanced diet, having enough nutrients and nutrition in your diet during the week makes a difference. How did you sleep? Were you up tired trading? For those of you that did boot camp with me last week, and we were up trading from 2:30 in the morning until 8 in the morning every day last week. Yeah, we were sleepy. So yeah, we were definitely sleepy, and that made a huge difference in my trading as well. So how much sleep did you get prior to entering your trades is important. What emotional state were you in before entering your trades? Like I said, our pregame kind of helps us check those emotions, but sometimes looking at the movement makes you feel a little antsy. And then what emotional state were you in after you entered the trade? Because did you get in with confidence and then hit buy or sell, and then that confidence dropped by 50%? You want to answer those questions too. What have you been listening to for mindset and trading development? What have you been listening to for relaxation? Because it's not all about the charts. And then have a new markup ready by Sunday and Monday at the latest. And that's pretty much what I go through on a weekly basis, from basically Sunday to Sunday, to prepare and learn and track. And I'll show you guys a couple pictures and screenshots of the journal and things like that I use. I actually can't show you some of the pages because I try to keep a lot of cursing off of my channel. But yeah, it's a little bit, I get frustrated and I write it down, but don't tell, like I said, don't tell my mentor. In the comments below, let me know if there are any like trading rituals or anything that you do during the week with your team, your mentor, or just yourself that you would like to add. And like I said, all 4 of these will be in the description box below. So you'll have the opportunity to copy and paste. I think it only lets me do like 5,000 characters. So if it doesn't let me copy and paste everything, I'll leave the links to the Google Docs for you as well. But that is going to end today's session. Shout out to Howie for looking for some of this information. Christy and I were talking about you, and because I showed her this first, and she said you would love it. So Howie, let me know in the comments what you think. Shout out to the Land family for being like new subscribers. I did check earlier this week. I appreciate you just coming and visiting the page and getting some value from what I do. But like I said, that's going to end today's content here. As always, like if you enjoy the content, subscribe if you don't want to miss out on what's next, and share if you think other people can benefit from the information. I'll see you guys in the next video.